It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Trust the process. Manifest your dreams. Set your intentions. You attract the energy you put out into the universe.
You attract the put on this chair.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to anyone that is new. I used to be the type of person who, up until about 2 weeks ago, I hated New Year's Eve and New Year's with the passion. People who were talking about needing a new year to get a fresh start really got on my nerves, because I thought, why do you need a new year in order to start new? You can literally start your goals, you can start whatever you want at any time of the year. You don't need a new year to start fresh or restart. And I'm not wrong, but especially with the last 2 years that we've had, I can actually understand why people want to start new. So during the last week of 2021, I decided, why not change my outlook, be a little bit more positive, and just start new. This video is going to be a whole lot different because I'm going to be talking about setting your goals. If you're one of those people like me who hates positivity and hearing all of these corny ass quotes.
Have you ever had a dream that
You should probably change your mindset, because I decided to do that the last week of 2021, and let me tell you, for only being the second week of 2022, I've actually already achieved 3 of my goals that I've set for this year. Well, not achieved, but I already started the process of working towards achieving those 3 goals. And it's only been 2 weeks into 2022, so maybe this will help you change your mind, change your mindset, and actually make you want to aim for a better year. So before we start talking about goals and what we want to achieve, I think the key thing is actually visualizing yourself. One of my favorite YouTubers, Lynette Atkins, she talks a lot about visualizing yourself, because in order for us to actually achieve our goals, we actually kind of have to see ourselves in that situation first, and then we can actually think about how that's going to make us feel and how that's going to impact us a year from now, 2 years from now, or 5 years from now. I'm not exactly the most positive person in the world, and when it comes to myself, I'm actually pretty negative. I always pick at myself, or I find something negative to say about myself every single day. I just don't want to do that anymore. It's just not good for me, and it's probably not good for anyone else, because they have to hear some of the things that I have to say about myself, and honestly, who wants to deal with that? You have to unlearn those behaviors and then start looking at yourself in a more positive way, and that way you can start seeing yourself in the situations that you want in life. Even can't believe I hear myself saying these things, but it feels better to think this way. I decided to sit down and think about my goals and write them down. I'm the type of person who absolutely loves writing about everything and checking off lists. I love writing grocery lists, to-do lists, writing about what's on my mind, reflecting on any situation that has happened to me, YouTube scripts, just literally anything I can write about, I will do it. If you have a planner from last year, go back into it. I went back into everything that I did and some of my past reflections throughout the year, and I realized that I have actually done so much, because I'm the type of person, like I said, I'm very negative and I'm very hard on myself. So I always felt like I wasn't doing enough, especially from, you know, what I see online. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. You feel like you're never doing enough because another person is doing way more than you. I realized I had accomplished so much, whether it was big or small, last year. It was crazy to me. And I actually have my little yearly reflection of what I did last year. I started therapy, I made YouTube videos, I traveled to San Francisco and Hawaii. I finally got Botox done in my armpits, which has been something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I got my septum pierced, even though it didn't stick. It was something that I've been wanting to do since I was in high school, so I finally got it out of my system. I met my annual contributions for my IRA for both 2020 and 2021, and just some other personal things that I don't really want to disclose. But 2021, even though it was rough, was a year of self-discovery for me. So looking back made me think, if I grew that much in 1 year, think about what I could accomplish just this year alone if I actually sit down and focus on what I want to achieve, or just anything that I want to do for this year. I could grow even more in 2022. I know I keep saying I and me a lot in this video, but if I'm saying I and me a lot, then I think it could be really helpful for you in terms of changing your mindset. So turning my I's and me's into you for 2022. So what I did was I sat down for 3 to 4 hours, which I know sounds like kind of a long time, but 3 to 4 hours out of one whole year for 2022 is like, I don't know, 0.1%. I don't know, I'm not good at math. But it's really not that much time to sit down and think about what I want for an entire year. The next thing I did was that I actually listed out all of my goals into 3 different categories. So personal, career, and financial. And I actually have my planner here. In terms of personal goals, one of the things that I did mention is visualizing myself. I want to visualize myself more because, like I said, I have a hard time doing that. I want to travel more. I want to learn how to do makeup, learn how to roller skate, take pole fitness classes, sleep more, because I could always sleep more, make friends. I'm not even sure how I'm going to do that because I'm very introverted, but I want to work on it. And then in terms of financial goals, saving up more money, meeting my yearly contribution for my IRA, and for career goals, getting signed to a modeling agency, booking bigger and better projects, which I actually did. I'm filming a commercial for a delivery service company this week, and I'm very excited. And I also have to thank my boyfriend for helping me out with that. Booking a feature film, and there's so many more other things in all of the three categories that I haven't mentioned. Once I figured out all of the goals that I want to accomplish in those 3 different categories, I wrote out a sort of time frame of when I wanted to achieve it by, and I figured out what I was going to be doing either monthly, weekly, or daily in order to get there. And I think that's actually really helpful, because if you just write out some of your goals but you don't really know when you want to get it done by, might not actually be that helpful, because you could just keep looking at your list every day or weekly, and like if you don't set a time frame, then you may or may not get there. I don't know, there's something that I feel like if I have a time frame, then that would be helpful for me. If you have a ton of goals like me, I have a whole page of goals that I want to accomplish. I also have to be realistic about actually achieving them. I might not achieve all of my goals by the end of this year, and honestly, that's okay. But the thing for me is that if I at least start, or if I'm just halfway through my goal by the end of the year, then I'm actually okay with that because it is way better than doing nothing at all. For this next part, I want to talk about visualizing yourself again. Once you have written down all of your goals, however you want to write them out, just visualize where you see yourself a year from now and think about how that's going to make you feel. Because I think once you have all of that written out, just reflect on that and just kind of sit there, think about how it's going to make you feel. And I even wrote down what I would be doing 5 years from now and how that would make me feel. And it just, I keep saying feel a lot in this video, but it just felt like everything was possible, like nothing was out of reach to me. And I don't know, I feel really optimistic about this year. I hope nothing drastic happens that would change that, but that's just how it feels right now. So every Sunday I like to just get into bed, write down all of my thoughts, how I felt about the week, what I could improve, how I'm feeling, whether it's sad or optimistic, and just kind of reflecting on everything. It sort of feels like it's a good motivator to start the new week and just going into it optimistically. Obviously having a planner, but having a planner that has a monthly goal page that is kind of like a reminder to be like, okay, this is what I want to focus on this month so I can achieve this goal for this year. Yeah, so I'm going to end the video here. I hope that for anyone that watches it, they will find it very useful. And like I said, I know I'm saying I and me a lot in this video, but hopefully you can take some of what I said and turn all the I's and me's into you for 2022. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. 2022, you better not get on my nerves.